Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. My name is Brittany, and our workout today is going to be reformer based, about 10 minutes, just get the body moving. This is a great warm-up if you're having any low back tightness. So many clients come in, they have a lot of tightness, of chronic pain in their low back. If you have a lot of time in your life spent seated, this is going to be you. If it isn't today, it will be. So here are just some quick exercises that you can run through on your machine, maybe before any workout. So this is going to be 10 minutes plus or minus on some low back stretching. So go ahead and get yourself ready to go, measure your reformer for your body, and I'll see you right back here. We're going to get started with our swan dive. You're going to want to bring your foot bar all the way up to the top and lay on the long box prone. Hands in the corner of the foot bar, feet as wide as the hands and laterally rotated. Press out, glide the shoulders down, and then float your chest up to lengthen the back from your mid back all the way up to your neck. Inhale on the way up and exhale as you reach back. From here, we're going to go into a quad stretch. So the legs come to parallel, grab one foot with the same side hand, and then force the hip down through the box. If you need a greater stretch, you're going to add that to your swan by pressing out and floating your chest up into back extension, only if needed. Switching to the other side, of course. Scooch the knee in more narrow, drive the hip through the box, and only lift the chest if you feel the need for an additional stretch. Next, we're going to put our foot bars down and scooch our bodies so more of our trunk is on the box, and we're going to go right into a mat-based exercise, swimming. Alternating arm and leg, keeping the shoulders off of the ears. Maintain that your entire pelvis presses down into the box evenly. Once you've done some of those, you're going to open the arms and legs out wider than the machine and lift the chest up into more extension, and then dive the hands together, feet together like you're going into a pool without making a splash. Inhale when the legs and hands are together, and then exhale as you open apart. Come on off the box, and then take just a moment to stretch. Give your back a little flexion. From here, we're going to turn our box sideways for the loaded oblique. We're going to add one blue or one white spring, pressing the box towards the end of the machine, rotating the chest at the same time. Using the legs for leverage, making the exercise very functional from the feet all the way up. Exhale with that twist. You can hold at the end an isometric just for more challenge. Of course, we'll do both sides. Situate yourself so that you are at the front edge of the box and press. Trying to open your chest as you push the box towards the end of the machine. Next, we'll go into a lateral overhead press. One blue spring, elbow at 90 degrees, and we press overhead as you laterally flex towards the foot bar. Your free hand is either resting on the side of the carriage or at your waist. Exhale, overhead press, and then inhale, return back to neutral. Now right into our twist sitting, so prayer hands inside the loop, chest height with the hands, and then you're staying tall as you twist. So basically what we're doing here through this low back routine is we are moving the back in all the directions, forward, backwards, sideways, and lateral, so that we get the full mobility of our spine. Of course, we have to do that on both sides. So go ahead and turn around, starting again with the lateral overhead press. So one hand holds the spring up 90 degrees from the shoulder and then sideways bending overhead. Exhale, drive the hand towards the foot bar and then return it upright as you finish. We do about 8 to 10 of these depending on how this feels. You can certainly go heavier. I know that some of you, the shoulder can certainly tolerate a heavier resistance, but the intent here in this routine is to truly mobilize the low back, so heavy isn't really that necessary. And then moving, of course, into the side twist, sitting on the opposite side. Arms straight, hands at chest height, and we rotate toward the foot bar. Inhale to center, exhale to rotate. Alright, so then we're going to go ahead and hang up the strap, of course, and then we'll get ready for our feet in straps. We're going to add 2 red springs, getting rid of the blue altogether, and then lay on your back. We're going to place our feet in the straps. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put our feet in the straps, and we'll begin with the lift and lower. So we're going to do this in all 3 directions, either parallel, turn out, and turn in, or you can do this while you're constantly moving, internally rotated on the way up and then externally rotated on the way down. So you just want to keep dialing the hips in and out. So thinking about everything that touches the pelvis, we want to stretch everything in the lower body as well so that we get the relief of the low back. Bend and stretch is next. So again, hip opening here. Heels in, toes wide. Bending the knees in on the inhale breath, exhaling to extend the knees out straight, pointing the toes, legs pressing gently together. Right into stag. So an alternating pattern, one knee bends, one leg is straight. You want to keep equal resistance on both legs as we move through this intermediate leg exercise. All right, leg circles always feels amazing here. So we want to go as large as you can on these circles without lifting the tailbone. Really opening up those hips as big as you can. All of the feet in strap exercises are perfect for making your back feel better. Just go in both directions here on these leg circles. These are just a few of the favorites that I chose, but certainly any of the feet in straps works. Of course, since we are doing a low back routine, we will of course include short spine. Make sure your headrest is flat. You're going to hinge at the hips and then take the shape overhead until the carriage docks, softening the knees, reaching the hips to the mat, feet to seat, and push. You can also do a bent knee variation to just stretch the back. If your back is really killing you, this isometric bent knee option will feel lovely. If you're able, all the way over. Trying to keep the carriage still as your hips return to the mat, creating the length and the space in the vertebrae and the length in the hamstrings. Maybe transitioning right into that happy baby. So lovely. All right, then we can go ahead and take our feet out of the straps. All right, we're going to wrap things up with a thigh stretch. Let's return our foot bar to the top. Drop the springs down to a single red. One foot against the shoulder block, one foot at the floor near the wheel, and we just press out to open that hip flexor. Again, we want to stretch everything that touches the pelvis, as this will affect the low back directly. So you do a few, and then of course both sides, noticing how your right and left may feel different. Sinking out as you exhale, and then inhale back in. All right, and then once you've done a few on each side, that wraps it up for our low back stretch. Thank you so much for joining me today. Check out this other great video for low back relief. See you next time.